Mm. Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Magic Arena Run. This is a pre-mortem of the next deck that we're going to try out. It's called the Boros Assault. For those who are not familiar, Magic's cards are grouped into 5 different colors. There are some cards that are colorless as well, and each of the colored pairs and color each of the three color groupings of 3 colors, they all have a themed name after them, and the name Boros is the name for the red white guild on the set called Ravnica. So now we are taking a look at this deck, and as we can see, this is a very we'll actually go down here to get a better look. This is a very aggressive deck. The first thing that we notice is that a lot of the creatures have generally very low mana costs. If we remember last time from the White Black Legion of Dust deck, the stock deck came with a bunch of powerful 5-drops that they were powerful, but they were also quite unwieldy as well. This one, the Boros Assault deck, has much cheaper creatures, and is much more all in the strategy of attacking your opponent. So I'm looking forward to games here that are a lot faster. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to win them, but it is a good way to catch your opponent unaware. The stock deck here has several creatures that take advantage of a mechanic called exert, where they exert when they attack. Basically, what that means is when it attacks, it is tapped, and it does not untap in the next untap step, unlike normal. So you'll basically attack with the creature, get the benefit it gets from exert. Next turn, it's still tapped. You don't get to attack with it. You don't get to block with it. Now, why would we do that? Because these cards have several nice benefits to exerting. The most popular card with exert is the Ant-Crop Crasher. When it exerts, it makes a creature an opponent control unable to block, rather target creature. And Combat Celebrant, this one is very fragile, but when it exerts, you get to untap all your other creatures, and you get to attack one more time in that turn. There's also Glorybound Initiate. When it exerts, it instead of attacking as a 3/1, it attacks as a 4/4 with lifelink. And this is a good way to see if the exert mechanic is still quite relevant in the current standard. I know there are a lot of better creatures that we could sneak in. I have a few in mind. Also note that because we're playing with red, we have several means of dealing straight damage to our opponent. We also have a lot cheaper removal. You've seen me siding in a lot of seal aways because that one was relatively cheap, and basically in that end we can substitute some of this removal over time. So we have a basic idea of the gameplay strategy. We put down our creatures, we cast spells that generate more creatures, clear the board of our opponent's creatures, or buff the creatures that we have, and see if we can get our opponent down from 20 to 0 as fast as possible. Basically, prevent our opponent from ever getting control of the game. So that's it for this pre-mortem. We're going to now proceed to gameplay. Let's see how well we do or how poorly we do. Personally, to be honest, while this is my favorite color pairing, this is also the one pairing I have the hardest time with. I've played with all the decks stock beforehand, and this is the one deck I have the least success, all in all. But we'll see. Maybe I've gotten better at it. I definitely learned my lesson in not being too hasty in playing my lands. So we shall see. Anyway, that's it for this pre-mortem. Hope you join us for the gameplay video. If you like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you again later.